Yo, what's going on, guys? So today we're back. New episode of CourtSide Conversations, the podcast. You already know. You wanna keep wasting time, or you wanna get straight into it?
Nah, there's not wasting any more time. We took a bit of a break. A lot of life changes going on.
Talk about that at the end.
I guess we could.
Yeah, we can.
But we don't want our bosses to watch this video. Oh my gosh, Chris, are you watching?
That is crazy.
Nah, but yeah. First, we're gonna talk about the Lakers because man, we have had a lot of our minds because
New studio.
because this season has been very up and down. It's funny because after everything that's happened, we are 8-6, so we can't be too mad, especially if we consider where we're standing at last year. But there's been times in the court that I'm looking at this team and like things are happening that shouldn't be happening. Like a bunch of mysteries, turn Prince and shooting. Like I think under 20% in like the last few games from three. It's been weird. Austin Reeves, he hasn't really gotten the rhythm that he had last year, and a part of it is on him because some of the turnovers that he's getting, it seems like he's very undecisive about whether he wants to be a point guard or a scorer. And
I think it's just the new role that he's in, to be honest.
yeah, being the main person on the bench, it does help him out as a scorer. But I think that the Lakers are really pushing for him to be the point guard. And I know he wanted it too, but when you're actively thinking of being the point guard, you just end up like hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think assists, especially for somebody like him, obviously if you're on though, you can look for assists. But when you're Austin Reeves, the assist should come naturally from your ability to get into a paint, to be able to like obviously shoot and stuff.
Yeah, I just think he's looking to pass more than he's looking to obviously be aggressive. And then obviously when you become aggressive, like you were saying, then the passes are going to open up to you. But something else that we got to talk about, man, LeBron's greatness. It's crazy what this dude is doing, man. Unbelievable. Yesterday against the
Houston Rockets.
Houston Rockets. Wow, bro. Just an incredible performance. We're talking about a guy that scored 37 points on 70% from the field, bro. His efficiency is through the roof. We have never seen this before, bro. Talking about this, every time he steps on the floor, we're watching greatness. Straight up. It's so impressive, man. The shot making, the everything. Everything is on another level. I did not expect, obviously with LeBron when he got injured last year, and in the playoffs, he didn't really look like himself. And there was a point that I was like, damn, like,
nah, but this guy was already started to question. I'm telling him, bro, listen,
it's tough.
You cannot count him out, bro. He was injured. It felt very similar to 2021 against that series against the Suns that they lost. He was not looking like himself.
Yeah.
When he came the year after, he averaged like 30 points per game. So LeBron is not done for me until I see him for like lengths of time not playing good. We have seen him stretches that he hasn't looked like himself, but now he's looking as good as like damn near as good as he has looked in the Lakers jersey, bro. It's to that point with the efficiency that's going on. And a lot of people criticize him because of small things like not boxing out, sometimes not giving full effort on defense. But my thing is that should be something that the younger guys should be picking up the slack from because he's doing so much in scoring, he's doing so much in playmaking, he's still rebounding well. Overall, he's still getting a good amount of rebounds, even though he's missing a few box outs. I know that a lot of people say that leaders should lead by example, but this is not a prime LeBron. If it was a prime LeBron, yes, you could expect everything. But with LeBron right now, if anything should be more an AD, AD should be able to like be more of a leader, but we know that that's something he has never really been.
And that brings us to something that I need to talk about, man. This is an important topic. The problem with overreacting right now by the media and by the fans.
Especially with AD.
Anthony Davis has had a great season. He's been, to me, the DPOY, and he's been playing great. He's been super efficient. He's been very consistent. But then against what team was it?
Against the Kings, he drops 9 points. And then against what was it against?
I think he played bad against the Heat as well, but whatever, he got injured.
No, but the Heat don't count. I'm talking about against the Blazers. He only dropped like 15. But in that same game, he had 5 blocks in the first half.
And I'm looking at how much the media overreacted, and even the fans, to Anthony Davis' performance against the Kings. Guys, he's dealing with an injury. Guys, sometimes star players can have bad games. We don't want it. We don't want it to happen, but it happens all the time. Anybody can have a bad game.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's always Anthony Davis getting this blame, getting these, like, anybody can have a bad game, bro. And I know his bad game was like extra, it was super bad. But it's like, bro, this dude has been playing so good. So for you to like completely like forget about all that and just focus on the negativity, it's like we gotta stop as basketball fans.
Here's the thing about Anthony Davis, that he can never win if he's a bit injured and he misses the game, they're gonna call him soft. They're gonna criticize him for not playing. But if he's a bit injured, fights through and doesn't have the best performance, that's inconsistent. Then he's out there not trying. And then people are comparing him to LeBron James, being like, "Oh, well, you're not the best player." And some of it can be fair sometimes. Even us that we love to defend him, sometimes we're like, "Wow, bro, you gotta step it up," because there's moments like he does look assertive, but we don't take it to the point of like destroying this guy for 2 bad games. But this man had 7 games in a row that were spectacular. 25 points per game. He's averaging the most blocks in the NBA. His defense, like, bro, the defensive side of basketball, that's a whole 50%. But people
don't understand that. Yeah, that's something I gotta talk about because I always bring it up. I'm like, bro, this guy is doing so much defensively. I think about it like this though. In 2020, Anthony Davis on the team, he had Danny Green, Avery Bradley, Alex Caruso, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, just over and over and over again. Like, we're talking about great defenders. Like, bro, we're talking about all NBA defenders. A team full of defenders. So, on the perimeter was on lock. And even behind him, he still had Dwight and JaVale. Right? See what I'm saying? But now, who does he have? He has D'Angelo Russell. Austin Reeves. We're talking about literally the point, like, the way that this team functions is funneling the players, the guards, to Anthony Davis. So he's doing so much on the defensive end, and I think people don't realize that. He needs to always be on alert on defense because the other players are not getting stops. And that's a big problem with the Lakers, is the point of attack defense. The other players on the team are not getting the stops to help them out. And that's why we cannot I'm sorry, but we just can't disregard that side of basketball. We just can't. And it's damn near disrespectful.
Nah, it really is. But talking about the Lakers, I think let's move on to a team that has been linked to the Lakers lately, the Bulls, because now there's rumors that Zach LaVine is being shot, and just a lot of reports saying that the Bulls are very upset with Zach LaVine, the way he's acting. We saw him leave the other game, very upset. Clearly, he's gonna be out of this one. I think it's one of those things that once so many reports come out about a trade being possible, I think at that point, like, you're already writing and like this guy's goodbyes.
Quick, we should switch places. We always said
whatever, but we're already too.
We can do it. It doesn't matter. Just do it right now. It's the podcast. Seeing this live.
On,
nah, bro, it's deep. It's that deep. Let's go.
Deep for who? Deep for
me.
Doing a lot, bro. Doing a lot.
Superman.
Doing a lot right now. All right. So yeah. So as I was saying, this guy stopped my eternal dot for a brief.
All right, go.
So yeah, talking about the Bulls. So Zach LaVine is the main name, but obviously we already know that Zach LaVine being traded means that DeMar DeRozan is not far away from leaving the team, probably in free agency because he's gonna be free agent. And Vucevic, I think at this point, not much to say about him.
Yeah,
he's just not that good of a player anymore. But he's probably gonna get booked as well,
Yeah, maybe. But then you got to probably the best asset that the Bulls have, and
facts. I gotta forget about him.
It's Alex Caruso, man. Alex Caruso might be the best perimeter defender in the NBA, man.
So
what this guy is doing is unbelievable. I just saw a guy on TikTok break down his defense on Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, man.
Kevin Durant.
Didn't they win that game against the Suns?
No, they didn't.
Wow.
It went to overtime.
I know he played great.
He played great. And that's a guy that I've literally heard people say he's going to be he's going to be the factor that's going to take a team to the championship.
I feel that, bro. I mean, I see the Bucks in that conversation.
They need it. The
Bucks are in the conversation.
The Bucks need him.
They do. They really do. Obviously, the Lakers are in the conversation. I think the Sixers as well.
Yeah, the Sixers are.
And bro, listen, like the Sixers have had a great season. Obviously, we know what the Bucks are. These are all championship contenders. That getting a guy like Alex Caruso, that, for example, let's say you go against the Denver Nuggets, you can put on Jamal Murray. Let's say even the Warriors, the worst side of the you can put on Stephen Curry. You can put on the best guards in the NBA. Let's say the Sixers get him. Out of a sudden, they go against the Bucks. Damian Lillard has a defender. Yeah. Obviously, Giannis can help guard and beat. 100%. But you know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, that's the thing that's not crazy. It might sound crazy, but it's really not. So, I'm really hoping the Lakers, they do have that get Vince a contract, but I know that there is going to be a lot of suitors.
I think, no lie, I think the team that best fits him will probably be the Bucks.
Just keep it real, because that need is so wide there. I know Malik Beasley has shot good, but he's not the defender. I know they were talking about that for some reason at the beginning of the year, but let's keep it real. Even though he has shot a lot better than he did with the Lakers, he's not what they're needing right now.
Yeah, sorry, but going back to the whole thing with the Bulls, man, it's kind of sad how this franchise has what's going on with this franchise.
Especially because of the whole Lonzo Ball situation.
Yeah.
That really made us sour.
But even then, it's like banking your whole future on a guy's injury just makes no sense. Even when this team was formed and they were winning games, we never.
No, we never really took them serious.
No, we didn't, because you just look at that team and you're just like, this is just a good regular season team.
Yeah, Cycling and DeMar DeRozan as your two best players.
Yeah. And Vucevic out there too. Vucevic, horrible defender. It's not really. Honestly, Vucevic, that's a guy that I don't know what team could use him.
Yeah, I could even see him getting bought out. It might be one of those situations that.
Wow. I think if everybody gets traded, I could. No, it's his contract.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many years he has left, but
4, I think 3 or 4.
Wow. Well, if he had less, I could definitely see him getting bought out. But
sure.
if he has that many, forget it. He's either gonna just get stuck there, or
yeah.
Because I don't know if a team's gonna be willing to give that much for him.
Yeah.
But moving on to the Miami Heat, we were once again low on them to start the year. We thought after the whole thing with Damian Lillard, them losing again Vincent and Max Strus, and I really replacing them, we thought, wow, like there's no way they're gonna be good again. But guess what? They're good again. They did lose to the Bulls on a game that they really should have lost, but they are coming off a 7-game winning streak. Not against the best opponents, but it's one of those things that at the end of the day, it's just winning games. So sometimes it doesn't matter who you're winning them against, because most teams in the NBA aren't that bad. Yep. So at the end of the day, it's a win.
I think the Miami Heat. A lot of people, and I know you probably want to talk about this, but a lot of people are saying that they're deeper now, and I saw you sent me this thing that a guy was saying that they're happy that they gave up on Gabe Vincent.
Yeah, that's what we say.
I think that's super stupid. I think that's stupid because think about it. All that Max Strus and Gabe Vincent would add to this team is more depth. So like, what? How can you be more deep if you lost 2 solid
especially
players?
Gabe Vincent, because Kyler is your only real point guard right now.
Yeah.
I know they're making it work. They're playing like Josh Richardson, kind of like a guy.
I guess, yeah. Drew Smith.
They don't only have a backup point guard, but they're just putting out guards out there and making it work with good ball movement.
Yeah, it's because luckily Bam and Jimmy, they can both
playmakers.
Yeah.
And Eric Spoelstra, one of the best
coaches
in the whole NBA.
all the time.
We just got to keep giving him his flowers every single year. Jaime Jaquez came in, but the perfect player they could have picked. They picked an amazing player I was ready from day one. Every single person on the team has thought great about him. He has made winning plays, and he had like a 20-point game the other day. He crossed out Bogdanovich on the Hawks.
Yeah, we're talking about a guy, like you said, perfect fit. They needed a big forward like that. A guy that can play small forward, but he's not like a guard masquerading as a small forward like they had like Max Strus, even Duncan Robinson. They needed something like this. And talking about Duncan Robinson playing great.
Duncan Robinson having the best year of his career. Somebody that people were ready to give up on like 2 years ago.
So shout out to the Heat, bro.
That's all we can say, bro. They at this point they have done so much that I can't really even count them out against the Celtics and Bucks. I know it sounds crazy. You look at the team wise, but you just can't, bro. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm gonna stop myself as long as Jimmy Butler, Bam, and Eric Spoelstra on the team. I can't ever say they can't beat anybody.
Now, we got to talk about the San Antonio Spurs. They started out the season so high, and people are like, "Damn, wait. Is Victor really about to do this?"
People are like, Victor Wembanyama, all-star. He like one of the rookie sensation. I'm not saying that he's not. He still has had a pretty good season, and some people do want to crucify him a bit too early. He is still having great performances, like 25, 29 right now and then. But at the end of the day, he is a rookie. We're seeing that.
The biggest problem with the San Antonio Spurs is the lack of a point guard they have. They have Jeremy Sohan running at point guard. He just can't do it. He hates it. He complains about it all the time. We've seen him in the media literally complain about it.
Which is like, everybody was questioning that move from the beginning. Like, I know Gary Popovich, you want to trust him with his moves, but that was a crazy move from the beginning, bro.
People. The funny thing is that Trey Jones playing great, and him and Victor together are plus 14 points, which is, and he's able to find him. I don't know if this is like people are saying maybe they're tanking by doing this, or they're just trying stuff.
Because I don't think you should be tanking Wembanyama, bro. Wembanyama is a guy you gotta help grow as much as possible.
I think what they're trying to do is that they're trying to play their 5 best players all at once.
I know, but you literally the Spurs who play Manu Ginobili on the bench.
Yeah, I think Keldon Johnson. I think Keldon Johnson will probably be the best player. Either him or Sohan, just because he has that kind of like 6-man vibe.
Oh, you're talking about one of them should go to a bench?
Yeah, bringing Trey Jones.
I get what you're saying.
Trey Jones balling out.
Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. Talking about what?
Yeah, with the Spurs, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much it with the Spurs.
Okay, I was like, wow.
But talking about Wembanyama, let's move on to a guy who I honestly believe has played even better so far.
The Rookie of the Year.
Chet Holmgren.
50, 40, 90. Exactly what he said.
that game that you had against the Warriors, wow, bro. In my opinion, that game was better than the one that Wembanyama had against the Suns.
I watched the game, the ending of the game, and we were texting back and forth during it.
Because obviously we wanted the Warriors to lose.
Yeah,
Just keep it real.
We, I don't know if you didn't watch it, right?
I didn't watch the game, but I mean,
I was kind of you were keeping up with it. I was keeping up with you. Yeah. When this dude hit that, it's funny because like when Wiggins hit the shot, we're like, oh, thank God, Wiggins finally like.
I mean, we're happy for Wiggins. We were happy that they were gonna win, but we're like, you know what, Wiggins will do it again. Man.
Yeah, and when Wiggins made the shot, we were like, oh, you know, they still have a chance, but.
But like, come on, bro. Yeah. Like, you usually don't see those shots go in,
bro. Chet, full confidence, had his best game, just picked it up, shot it, beautiful.
Like, it wasn't even like it was a fadeaway on Wiggins' face, and he shot it like he has been there before.
And then you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just like cooking, bro. We're not the biggest fans of Shai, bro.
You guys know we're not, but
we got to give
credit where credit is due, man. The Thunder have done one of if not the greatest rebuild we have ever seen. They have the perfect starting lineup for that team.
They really do, bro.
Their chemistry is great. I recommend you guys watching their slam cover with all 5 of them. Their chemistry, especially between Shai and Jalen Williams, bro, great. I'm talking about great. And I'm just really happy. Everybody knows you love to see young teams like this. Teams that did it the right way, you like to see them win.
Dude, a picture has been popping up a lot on social media about the Paul George trade and how crazy it looks now. Because Shai right now, he's better than Paul George. I think we can all agree on that.
Definitely.
And then on top of that, so the Thunder ended up getting a player that's better than Paul George right now and like 7 picks. A lot of first-round picks, second-round picks. And the Clippers, for one reason or another, have not done anything yet. They have not been able to win. And, man, that really is coming down as one of the best trades. They got Paul George, obviously, he's a good player. He was coming off like an MVP-type season, so it makes sense. But just looking back at it now, it's one of those. Like,
even Gallinari was super.
Nah, he was solid. He was super solid for Thunder in that first year they got him. And I'm just like, and it was being compared to the AD trade because the AD trade gets a lot of hate.
Yeah.
But the Paul George one is one that we should talk about.
It's worse. It led to nothing. It led to a conference finals appearance. Shai, like we said, is better than Paul George right now. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we just got to keep it real. I think we all reacted to when he was included in the top 10. Obviously, we don't think he's better than LeBron.
Yeah.
That was one of our biggest complaints. But I think he has separated himself from players like De'Aaron Fox. We love De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
We're probably going to talk about him a bit later. Maybe not, but we'll talk about him now.
We might do a video.
De'Aaron Fox has had a fantastic season.
Shout out to D-Fox.
But I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is putting himself in a conversation with somebody like Devin Booker. Like, straight up. Because I said...
I mean, he had a better season than him last year. Just keep it real.
He had a better season. I know that Booker was dealing with a lot of injuries, and he did play amazing in the playoffs. So I'm not going to fault him for that. But I think he really is getting into that top 10 range. So
he's that perfect player. Now I want to see him in the playoffs, man. He's the perfect...
And I think he will play good in the playoffs. I think he will.
Next, let's talk about... Going back a little bit about talking about the Clippers. Let's fully talk about the Clippers with whatever is going on with this team, man. They're straight up ass. Like, we're talking about ass.
I mean, they got the first win against the Rockets.
Yeah.
It was down to the wire. James Harden hit a crazy shot. It was good
crazy
to see.
Shot.
He did have a good game. Things that
Vintage.
we know he's still capable. It's not even vintage. He did have 2 40-point games in the playoffs last year.
That's true.
There's no question that he's still capable of that. But man, that's one of the things that you just look at and you're like, bro, what were they thinking? Like,
what were they thinking?
Because, dude, they were doing fine with Kawhi, Paul George, and Westbrook. Them being able to win if healthy was never a question. I know that in the original trade video, we said that they had to do something like this. We're thinking more like in the sense that you haven't won, so you got to do something drastic.
I was a bigger fan of the trade before it happened than after it happened.
I was thinking about it more and watching them on the court.
I'm looking at this team, and I was telling him, they have 4 players. I know they're not in their primes, but I feel like I don't know how to explain. I've never seen a group of talent like this.
Yeah, because Westbrook just a few years ago was obviously a triple-double. Paul George just a few years ago was an MVP candidate. Kawhi Leonard was like a top 5 player.
And with the way that Russ started, I wouldn't have, if the Clippers were winning more games, I wouldn't have even been surprised if he made like a reserve. Like
not that. He would have to like be a little bit better than he was, but he did have a really good start to the season. So I mean, honestly, I think that they're gonna. Obviously, they're not as bad as they're looking at first. They're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make some noise,
and they're gonna be scary. to any team. I'm sorry,
Like,
but when you have that collection of talent,
We have that collection of talent, yes, but I'm not expecting to really win anything. I think this is probably gonna end sour again for James Harden. If I'm being honest,
this might be the last year, man. We talked about it multiple times. We might make a full video about it.
the Clippers might have to blow it up completely after this year.
No, they might.
It's like I don't know what's gonna happen because now it's not only Paul George and Kawhi that are gonna go somewhere. Now it's Westbrook that's gonna have to do something already towards the end of his career. James Harden is looking like
Honestly, I think all four of them could leave because I think PG and Kawhi have player options, and obviously Russ signed a minimum,
1 year, and then James Harden
is a free agent.
So they can all be free agents, which is a bit crazy.
Yep.
So let's see.
Let's talk a little bit about the Sixers, just real quick. They're balling. Tyrese Maxey is balling. You love to see it, man. It's literally addition by subtraction.
And B said it. There's nobody with an ego on that team.
You can tell.
They finally get rid of all the drama because Ben Simmons getting rid of him. We thought, they're gonna be peaceful now, but then brought in somebody even worse when it comes to drama.
Damn near.
So now it's just a team filled with good players. Obviously, we're very sad for Kelly Oubre. We hope the best for him.
Yeah.
Speedy recovery. He was on a great season. But even then, Tyrese Maxey kind of proving us wrong. We weren't too high on him entering the year, but he's proven that he's a legitimate all-star, no question about it.
I watched his 50-point game. It was really beautiful to watch. He made a bunch of threes. Something I do want to say, I'm glad that we are watching more games. I've seen a lot of cool stuff.
No, we really have. Tobias Harris, probably his best year with the Sixers so far is the year that he looks the most comfortable out there.
Yeah, it's funny because he did have a good season last year, but I felt like last year he had to sort of, what's that called? Like he wasn't even playing like himself. He was just playing like a D player.
But now we're seeing him be more like himself, and that's good. The Sixers, being honest, with Tyrese Maxey being your second best player, even though we are raving about him, I don't they're beating the other best teams in that.
I just gotta see it. I just gotta see how he looks.
I'll be shocked.
I'll be shocked. He might, especially because I don't trust him be like that. But who knows, man? Maybe Maxey really does take that jump. Who knows? I mean,
but
you just gotta
championship. I really don't think that. I'll be shocked. And that's what I'm talking about.
I don't even think they think that.
Nah, they probably don't. But I'm saying like
trades and stuff.
We're giving them credit for their start. But at the end of the day, when I'm talking about a team, I think do they have a chance of winning a championship? And if they don't, then I'm not. I'm giving them the credit, but I said that's where my praise stops from.
Yeah.
So not to be negative, but at the end of the day, we do gotta be honest with everybody we're talking about.
Honestly, right now, there's not really as much to say. We might make a part 2 another day. Just talking about a few other teams.
Nah, man, let's talk about the Warriors and the Bucks.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
So we were talking about the Warriors a little bit earlier, and the first thing I gotta say is that man, Klay Thompson. Wow, you generally are looking washed. Last year wasn't your best year, but you still averaged 20 points. You still had performances like the one
made the most threes in the NBA.
Exactly. So it was a messy year, but you still have some flashes. But man, so far, especially in this 6-game losing streak they're on, it's looking like Curry's the only consistent player on that team, and even him, he's still having his bad performance.
Obviously, because nobody can help him.
Because nobody can help him out, so he's out there.
And they lost their second best player in Draymond Green. For
something stupid. Like
stupid.
Draymond Green, he strikes you once again. What else can you say? Like he I don't know. He can't help himself. Like I understand that you wanted to make his shoes of Rudy Gobert. Maybe he did like put his arm on Klay Thompson, but Draymond Green just pushed it. If just came in, held him for a little bit, then let him go. But this man, Draymond Green, came in like he was trying to choke him out. Like damn, like you were trying to like not kill him, but you were trying to take him out. You were trying to make him lose his breath.
Some guy that I'm disappointed as hell in is Wiggins.
I know he did have a good game against the Thunder, but we thought after making the All-Star game, I know last year he had a very weird year of his life, but we thought this is going to be his bounce back year, his maybe getting close to 20 points per game.
People are saying that he doesn't even look like he wants to, like he's there.
Like mentally, I mean, who knows what's going on behind the scenes.
I know he dealt with some stuff last year, but
I mean, if it's still affecting him, then we do feel bad for him. Obviously, we don't know what's going on. I know that mental health and personal life can really affect you.
Definitely.
But it's just talking about from a basketball perspective, he has been disappointing. So we hope for him because I'm a fan of Wiggins. I want him to succeed, especially because of how much hate he was getting earlier in his career.
But you love to see the downfall
of the Warriors. I was as LeBron fans, I'm not gonna like the Warriors. I can't feel bad for Curry, bro. You had so
people are like, how can you not feel bad for him, bro?
But people have not felt bad for LeBron after all the time saying it's after Curry. So why would I feel bad for Curry, who is in that same level as LeBron, right? We want to talk about them in the same conversation. We got to keep up the same energy for both. So, yeah, last thing we want to talk about is just let's talk about the Bucks. Then we're going to talk about the A-Season tournament. The Bucks, rocky start to the year.
Yeah. I think it's just because I don't think the combination of Giannis and Dame has been as good as we thought it was going to be.
Not that it can't get there, but it hasn't been as seamless as some people expect.
I think because I think they're trying to get a lot of other people involved too, and I feel like it's not really like Giannis and Dame. I feel like I know they already have a lot of other people, and even Chris Middleton, who's barely played. And by the way, like Chris Middleton's got to figure this stuff out because it's looking like if Chris Middleton can't get his stuff together,
then the season's not as good as you thought.
like honestly, because they have I don't know where they are right now, but the last time I checked, they were the worst defense in the NBA. We're talking about
maybe I'm tripping, but I also think Brook Lopez hasn't had as good of a season.
No, yes.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
he's
because
number 2 in blocks.
I just saw a few games that he wasn't getting a lot of rebounds and not a lot.
No, but that's what that's the thing. He's never bad.
I mean, I get it.
I think I don't know how the impact is still probably good. Dame was talking really good about him. He's like, I've never played with a player like this. But I think block wise, he's leading. He's number 2 in the NBA.
Yeah, my mistake. Just give it.
No, and then with Dame, I just feel like he's being too passive. Just trying to get everybody else involved. And
yeah, you're seeing a lot of games like 3 of 17, 2 of 14, and like. Yeah, like we said in an earlier podcast, we see those from him every now and then, but we're seeing them a bit too consistently.
I think people overrated Dame's ability to play off the ball because let's just be honest, Dame has never been the best off-ball player. He just hasn't.
It's like he hasn't ever needed to.
Yeah, I know he's played off the ball with CJ, but he really just stood in the corner. And I think people didn't really talk about Dame in that way. As like
that's why Curry was always looked at in a better way.
Yeah, because and I guess people I don't know maybe they thought that he was going to play a little bit better off the ball and stuff, but he hasn't. He's just standing there. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't have the ball, he's really not being effective at all. He's been horrible on defense. So has Malik Beasley. Shout out to Malik Beasley and Cam.
At least they are shooting.
And Campaign, they're shooting great. Yeah. I think they're 1 and 2.
Campaign, who was kind of having a bit of a resurgence.
Yeah, a little bit. He's shooting great. Jay Crowder was shooting great as well. Sucks that he got injured. Yeah. Sucks for him. Obviously, I'm happy. I don't really like him that much, but just giving it a row. But yeah, they just had a lot of. I don't know. This seems been weird.
I think with them, it's just patience. I know Giannis and Lilo have also missed some games. Chris Middleton, honestly, that's the biggest guy who needs to figure something out. Because we're so excited for him to be a third option. We're like, oh, if you're good as a second option, mine as a third. I know it's coming up the injury, but it's getting to a point that it's been enough time from the injury that he should already be getting back to form.
I think people are also blaming Coach Griff, and I've been seeing a lot of people actually defend Budenholzer, and they're like, he was never the problem. My biggest thing with Bud, great regular season coach, one of the best defensive coaches. Yeah. It's just he was just really stubborn. And we saw that in the playoffs. He wanted things one way, and if it wasn't, and he wouldn't change stuff. That was his biggest problem. I don't think he's a bad coach. I mean, we're talking about a guy that has won Coach of the Year twice.
The main thing that I would say about that whole coach situation is that you not only added Damian Lillard, but you also changed your coach.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of change at once. It's just a
lot
lost
of Terry Stotts right before the season started.
You lost Terry Stotts, who was an assistant coach that had coaching experience, obviously.
And a great offensive coach, always been.
You did trade Grayson Allen, who was on the team for a while.
Yeah.
And so, there's a lot of players. There's some new players, and then it's a whole new coach. So, whatever, honestly, at the end of the day, that duo just can't ever be disregarded. I think they are gonna be better as the season goes along, and then we are gonna talk about them in top 3 conversations when it comes to the end of contenders, at least in the East.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the in-season tournament. We've seen a lot of players actually really get up for these games.
100%.
Something I didn't
Even somebody like
expect,
LeBron, somebody that I thought was not gonna care, has had a great game every single time.
Yeah, the Lakers have played great. They're the number 1 team randomly. I didn't expect this.
I mean, the only tough game was the Suns. Just keeping it real.
Yeah, we've had. I think we had the easiest schedule.
Yeah, honestly, I know you explained it to me, but I don't know exactly what's gonna happen in the next round.
It's just a knockout round. It's basically it's kind of like the playoffs. So the best teams from all these different seeding games, they're gonna go up against each other.
And it's gonna be a regular season game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the semifinals too, but it's still gonna be in Vegas. It's gonna be a regular season game just in Vegas. Okay. And then the last game won't be a regular season game.
It's just gonna be a game for that.
Yeah, it'll be. Yeah. You get it? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I do like that a lot of people have wanted to win it for the G League players that don't make a lot of money. We saw LeBron say that. We saw Damian Lillard say that.
Oh, so that's cool. Real quick, and in December, there's going to be 1 or 2 weeks that don't have games. Basically, all the losers, the people that didn't win, they're just going to get slotted against each other in that time span. Just to kind of explain a little bit better to you.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's just one of those things that you're going to see as you go along.
Exactly. That's kind of how it is.
That's kind of how I was the whole tournament. At first, I was like, wait, what's going on? But then now, this first round, I understand it fully. Now we're just waiting to see what's going to happen.
The only thing I don't really love is the courts.
Yeah, the courts.
I thought the Lakers had no bias. I just thought they had a nice court.
I also like the Bucks one a lot.
Yes, because the Bucks one is normal. It looks like a normal one.
I don't know. I forget who it was criticizing the Raptors score. I thought it was fine.
No. Yeah. It was but it was Jaylen Brown because he kept on slipping. Because they put it wrong. He kept on slipping.
Oh, no,
I don't think he was not terrible.
The color itself wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I like the black.
You're right.
But
the Bulls one was bad. straight Reddit. People are saying
The He one too. I didn't like the He one that
nah,
much.
some of them have been pretty bad.
Yeah, but overall it has been good.
Yep.
Very surprising. I remember when I first heard about it, I didn't want to like listen to it. I was like, bro, you guys are doing too much. You're doing it for money. But I mean, it's been exciting. And as long as the players care, this in-season tournament has been more successful than the All-Star game. Like, but I know they cared about it the first time, but I'm just surprised they were able to play it off. Shout out to them for a good idea. Adam Silver, I'm glad that he tries to do it.
Yeah,
he's honest with himself about the results.
But right before we go, I guess we can just talk about
Just
a few
quick
things.
comment.
Just quick comments.
Honestly, we haven't been able to make videos. We're not getting into specifics. I don't think we should, but we both did switch over to a different position in our job. We're still working in the same place, but we have less time. We don't have as much time to meet up, so we're just working around it. We're finding like little like loopholes that we can still obviously do what we have to do at work, but still be able to make these videos because no matter what, I could be getting paid $1 million a year for my job. I never want to stop doing YouTube because I love it. I genuinely love it. It's a hobby that I want to turn into a job.
Right now, we just gotta figure out the whole recording thing because I feel like maybe you agree. This feel a bit weird where we're recording it at the new studio. This feel a bit weird. I think we just gotta like turn our minds off a little bit and just record it, and then I think we'll both feel better about it. I think if you know what I'm trying to say. I think right now we're just overthinking it, and I think we should just be able to. I think as we go along in the videos, I think it does become better. But I feel like right now, I think we're just overthinking. I think we should.
I think we just gotta keep doing it. The more you do it, we're not gonna think about it too much and doing it at a better time. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the point is to get content out. Yeah. You know, to just get back on it. We just gotta get back in the groove. And if things go the way we're planning in our heads, I think we're gonna be able to be more consistent on that.
Yeah, honestly. So, and right now, we're just gonna do face videos like this.
Face videos maybe every now and then. Maybe like if it's like a bigger project like the LeBron series that we never continue, but we definitely want to.
Yeah, I think. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose a specific topic and just talk about it.
And obviously, like this is a podcast. We're getting ClipNet out, so you guys don't have to watch the full thing
if you guys don't want to. Yeah. So
I mean that's pretty much it.
We're just figuring it out right now, but yeah. Sorry. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Make sure to give it a like if you haven't. It helps a lot. We're gonna promise you guys we're gonna try our best. Subscribe if you haven't already to not miss out on the videos that are gonna be dropping soon. And let us know your thoughts on everything we talked about today. We'd love to get some comments from you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace out.
Peace out.